3 reasons why you should update your LinkedIn profile immediately after you start your new job. Hey, welcome back. I'm David Pinkley, Jet Fuel for your career. Today I want to talk about 3 reasons why you should update your LinkedIn profile immediately after you start your new job. Now this might seem like counterintuitive advice, but I'll try to explain. So one of the biggest myths about LinkedIn is that it's only helpful when you're actively looking for a job. So you decide you want to look for a job, you update your resume, you update your LinkedIn profile and all of your online branding and so forth, because you know that recruiters are going to be out there looking at it. You know that companies are going to be checking you out on LinkedIn, and staffing agencies the same. That's like the place that people are going to go to learn more about you. So you need to have it updated. And people do, and that's great. Except what happens is they go through the job search process, they get an offer, they land a job, they start the job, and then they don't touch their LinkedIn profile again ever. Like they might not even update their LinkedIn profile for the fact that they actually started in a new job. I see this all the time as a headhunter and as a coach. I'm seeing it everywhere. And so I want to give you 3 reasons why you should resist the temptation to do that. Actually, 3 reasons why you should update the LinkedIn profile immediately after you start the new job. First reason, everything is fresh in your mind. You just updated your LinkedIn profile. You just updated your resume. Everything is all fresh in your mind. It should be really easy to update your LinkedIn profile for the new company that you're working for, your new title, the date range of when you started, the month and the year, and maybe a few bullet points about what your job is. Now, you might not know the entire nature, the full scope of your job, but you certainly have enough to put a few bullet points or sentences in your LinkedIn profile to discuss what you're doing. So that's the first reason. It's easy to do because everything is fresh in your mind anyway. Second reason, and this is maybe the most compelling of the 3 reasons. This is always a challenge for people when they've been in a job for 3 or 4 years. They haven't touched their LinkedIn profile in 3 or 4 years since they started in the job. Now they're starting to actively look. They know they have to update their LinkedIn profile, but they're scared and worried that if they update it, it's going to look like they're an active candidate, right? They're trying to update their profile so they can be attractive and look active to companies and to recruiters that they're trying to attract the attention of. But at the same time, they don't want their colleagues and their boss or their boss's boss to think that they're actively looking. And so it's a big conundrum. How do you do that? How do you make yourself attractive, update your LinkedIn profile without alerting your colleagues that you're active? This is the second reason why you should update your LinkedIn profile right when you start, because it'll always be updated. It'll always be there. You could just tinker with it and update it from time to time over the course of the time span that you're in the job. So it will always be updated and it's never out of date. And so there's never any signal to your colleagues that you're starting to look for a new job. So that's reason number 2. Here's a third reason. And this one's really, really obvious to me. I wish more people understood this, but it makes perfect sense. If you're in a position where you're hiring people, so you're a manager, you're a supervisor, you're a director, you're a vice president, a senior vice president, you're a C-level. If you're in any kind of a job where you're going to be hiring people, attracting talent to your new company, it just makes sense that your LinkedIn profile should represent and reflect the brand of the new company. Because wouldn't you want the person that you're going to interview with to take a look at you online on LinkedIn and understand what you do or what your background looks like? Wouldn't that be a smart thing for that job seeker to do before they meet you in an interview? I can tell you that job seekers, almost carte blanche these days, are being advised to use LinkedIn as a sort of source of information, as a place to go research, to understand more about the companies that they're interviewing with and the individuals that they're going to be meeting in those interviews. And if your LinkedIn profile doesn't even show that you're at the current company, but that you're at your last company in your last job still, it just kind of makes me wonder a little bit as a candidate, like what brand are you trying to send? Like what message are you sending to me? So if you're going to be actively or potentially recruiting, if you're in any kind of a job where you're going to be potentially hiring people, update your LinkedIn profile to reflect the brand of your new company. So 3 reasons why you should update your LinkedIn profile immediately after you start your new job. Number 1, everything's fresh in your mind, so it's easy to do. Number 2, it saves you the concern and the worry and the risk of alerting your colleagues that you might be actively looking 3 years from now when you're updating your profile for the first time. And then lastly, it makes great sense just in terms of corporate branding as it relates to you attracting talent into your new team. So I hope those are helpful. If you have a question, a comment, if you want more clarity on that, send me a note, drop me a note, hit me below with a comment. I'm David Pinkley, and we'll talk to you soon. Hey, welcome back. I'm David Pinkley, the resume. And this is maybe the most compelling of the 3 reasons. 1, everything is fresh in your mind. It's easy to do. 2, 1, 2, 3. So here's the 3rd reason. So here's the 3rd reason why you should consider updating your link. But it seems like a lot of people out there right now. Oh, that's the wrong.